How is it going, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank each and every one of you, every single one of you, for stopping by. It is so greatly appreciated. Today we're going to be covering a video that I've been requested to do, and I've been kind of slow about doing it because I've been trying to decide if I wanted to do it step by step or just like an overview. So today I'm going to do an overview, and you'll understand why in just a second. But you stick around and we'll be right back. Now what this video entails is installing an MSD electronic spark control module on my 4th gen Camaro. I've had several requests on how to do this, and trust me guys, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. Basically plug and play, and I'll show you everything you need and I'll give you an overview of what it is. But the first thing you want to do is, of course, pop your hood. Come around, and I've learned to do this one-handed really good. Right under there, boom, up. But this is what we're going to be putting on, or putting on. And the reason that I have that on there is several. One of them, it provides a hotter spark than the factory ignition system, because let's face it, with today's gases and everything, they're not like gases of the old day. And with all the additives and stuff that they put in gases nowadays, you know, and a lot of the state inspections are getting really strict. The hotter spark you have, the cleaner burn you're going to have. More of that gas and everything is going to actually ignite. But this is pretty much it, you know. What you're going to need, and I will go over everything, is of course an MSD 6A. Now this is an older one. I got this probably, I don't know, I'd have to look at the receipts, 2001, 2002. So this is an older version, but the new ones actually do a little bit better job. There's more things you can do with the new 6A, and I'll put a link to all this stuff in the description. But that's what you're going to need, is the MSD 6A box. And let me get the paperwork over here so I can show you the paperwork, the wiring harness you're going to need. The actual wiring harness is this right here, right? Comes with a pigtail. The MSD box comes with all these wires off of it. And all you're going to do is, you're going to get the MSD, of course, and the wiring harness. The wiring harness is an MSD to GM harness, part number 8876. And I will cover that in the video here in just a second. Let me put this back over here so I don't lose it, because I've had that since I bought it. I'm sorry for all this jumping around. I know it's not very professional, but I'm just trying to go over it. But here's what you're going to do. First thing you're going to do is you've got to get to your coil. Your coil is located right there. Okay? You have to get to that because you have to take the factory wiring harness loose. Okay? And the best way to get to it is you're going to have to remove all of this, okay? All of your air intake system. You don't have to remove it all, but you have to at least remove from the box, if you have a factory one still, remove it from the box to your throttle body, and that gives you complete and easy access to the coil, which is behind there. And I'll insert a picture now in the video so you can see exactly what it looks like. All right, after you get access to that, and you, like I said, you unplug the factory wiring harness, then you're going to find somewhere to mount your MSD box. And if you look under here, there really is nowhere. I mean, pretty much the place I have it is the best spot, which is right here. There is, you know, if you still have your factory box or something like that, you can mount it down on the fender wall. But let's face it, you want to keep this away from water just like you would anything else, electronic or anything like that. You know, you want to keep it as dry as possible. So it actually comes with a few isolation pads. So I just decided to mount it here, and I had seen in other videos where, or not other videos, I had seen in images in a magazine, Super Chevy I think it was, where a guy had mounted his here. And it works out perfect. It fits here perfect. The hood closes, it doesn't hit it, it doesn't make contact. So it's all good to go there. I mean, that's a perfect spot. It's easy to get to. It's right there next to the fuse relay. Well, then all you have to do is take the wiring harness, which is right here. I put it in some wire loom right here. Okay, the wire comes down. You plug it into all of these wires. Okay, let me set this down right here so I can show you. You plug it in. This is going to come from the MSD box. This wire right here. Okay, and then there's some plug-in connections, and I put them inside the wire loom after I hooked them up. You just match the colors up. Pretty self-explanatory and simple to do. Then all you have to do is plug it into the coil. It doesn't really matter which one. As you see right here in the picture, it doesn't show one or the other. I've had it on both, and it really does not matter. Just plug it into one and leave the other one, you know, loose, the factory one, and you're good to go on that. Then all that's left, guys, and I mean, it's this simple. All that's left is you have a hot wire and a ground that you have to go to, and if you see, it says battery. Okay, so what I did is I put it in wire loom. Okay, ran my hot wire down through the radiator support. As you can see, the red loom right there. Okay, follow the red loom all the way over, back out behind the battery. And because this battery is so hard to get to and everything on this car, I didn't want to put it on the battery. So I brought it up to the distribution block for all of my electronic wiring and stuff, or my electrical wiring that has to stay hot. Anything that stays hot I take here, because I don't want all that crap down there in the way. And then all that's left is a ground. You want a good ground. So you can try to find somewhere that makes a good ground, and of course the best place for a ground is somewhere that is not painted, or something along that line. So there's already a factory ground right here. It's already here. So all I did was unscrew it, brush it off real good underneath there, put me a round connector on the end of my wire, put the screw through it, ran it back down, because the screws are bare anyway. It's not painted, and then I brushed it off under here too to get rid of the paint. So it's making absolutely great connection. Had to think for a second, but that's it. That's all there is to it. And I had my car inspected, and I decided I wanted to check it after putting this on. I explained to the guy when I got the car inspected what I was doing, and I took it over and had him check it before. I went home, put this MSD box in it, ran it for a little bit, probably, I don't know, 20 miles maybe, and then I went back and had it re-inspected, and it burned, he said, between 40 to 60%. And he didn't have the calculator there with him, so he wasn't being exact, but it burned 40 to 60% cleaner than the factory ignition. Now, will you get the same results? Absolutely not. Some of you might get better, some of you might get worse. Depends on how many miles are on your engine, how well you take care of your engine and stuff. You know, all this stuff comes into play. Are your fuel injectors good? Are your fuel injectors loading up? Is your timing off? Is your computer making it run rich? You know, all this stuff adds up. So all that depends. But like I said, 40 to 60% cleaner burn with that. Can't ask for it any better, right? And like I said, I'll put all the links and stuff into the description down there. That way you can see if you are interested, and you don't have to try to look and find the parts yourself. And that's pretty much it. So we'll stop it with that. And again, I would like to thank each and every one of you so very much for your continued support. All my new subscribers that I've gotten, we've been growing just phenomenally. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope this helps the people that were seriously wanting to put one of these on your car. It is so simple, guys. So simple. By all means, do it. This is one mod I highly recommend. If you don't do anything else to your car, that right there is the best mod you can do to it. So until next time, you know what I say. Get out there and enjoy your car. If you don't do nothing but make a video like this, something simple, just sitting in it, driving it to work, who cares? It's yours. Get out there and enjoy it by all means. It's yours. You pay for it. So until next time, you guys take care.